Well, guys, if you see, it's in a different spot. And of course, I'm going where you can't see. And I put boggers both in front and the back. Got a new battery. Cheapest battery I could get. Everything's all hooked up like it was. And new fuel pump. And she runs like a scalded dog. All it was a fuel pump. And it leaks oil like a sieve. Some oil there. It leaks fuel like a sieve too. One of these, I don't exactly know which line it is. One of these lines on this frame rail over here. On the inside, I'm not going to get under there. Leaks oil like crazy. And, see that? She's bought a head gasket. So what the dude was saying is true. It does need a head gasket. Needs a head gasket pretty bad. It's all nice and milky. Underneath the cap's kind of milky. I still don't have the PCV line for that. I need to get that. I need an air filter. Man, I put a fuel filter on the fuel pump, so I spent about, not quite $100. Fuel pump's not $100. It was like, shoot, I think it was 60 something, 60, 70 something. Whole fuel pump strainer system. But, did I not turn my headlights off? Again? This thing does have the same headlights my Jeep, my green Jeep does. It's, you turn them on and then turn the headlights off. The headlights stay on for 30 seconds or so. But, remember how I wasn't holding pressure in the fuel rail? Holding pressure now. And this has been off for a good over 30 seconds. So I just got to figure out that leak, and I think that leak's actually on the return line. But crank it up for you. It's already pretty hot. I drove it down the street to a buddy's house. Yeah, she's at 210. But I connected the alternator. That wire did go to the alternator. Actually, I didn't think my oil pressure worked. Maybe it does. Actually, my oil pressure does work. I didn't think it did. It does. Sweet. But, got a belt on it. Still need to put my electric fan on it. But, yeah, I can show you the fuel leak. There's the fuel leak. So, yeah, leaks feel pretty bad. And I can show you the automatic headlights. Headlights are on. Turn it off with the headlights on. Then turn the headlights off. And then about 30 seconds or so, the headlights will be off. But, yeah, I didn't actually work on it that much today, to be honest. We were running around town getting parts, working on my buddies, trying to get his running. I think his might be a fuel pump too. But it runs too dang good when you're on the gas. And when you first crank it up when it's cold, it will idle for as long as you want to until you hit the gas. And then it won't idle anymore after that. But, so happy. So happy. So happy. I just got to, belt's already rubbing stuff off, but, yeah, that's, I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna park this thing, and, oh yeah, my windows work now too. First, my windows roll down and up too, so that's sweet. Wipers are, yeah. I need to give this thing a good pressure wash, and give this thing a good pressure wash. There's some donuts in the backyard, so. But, yeah, I'm so glad I got this thing running. It needs a head gasket now. I don't really want to ruin this engine. I want to drive it. I want to drive it so bad. But I don't want to mess it up. Anyway. And the headlights are off now. But, yeah. It worked. Oops, I kept that there by accident. I guess it's fine right there. Not thinking you're going to see anything down here. A lot of that's rust, but there's oil in there. An oil leaking out the rear main. I think it needs some transmission fluid. Transmission shifts a little bit funny. But, yeah. So glad. I'm so glad all it was a fuel pump. But, anyway. Talk to y'all later. I'm so glad I got this thing running. Alright. Bye.